Hello everyone, welcome to the Sideboard. I am Glenn Jones and I have some updates from the sales booth that we missed yesterday, but I've added the legacy cards to it and you can talk a little bit about standard. Our booth really felt the influence of the Pro Tour. The top seller, Blind Obedience, was just like gone instantly. We were all out of them within an hour of setting up probably. And our Shockland, Sacred Foundry, and Godless Shrine, they were the two top sellers this time around as compared to the last few weeks where Stomping Ground has been pretty big game. So those two cards from Gatecrash, definitely feeling it. Witchbane Orb was another surprise. I don't think we brought all that many, but the ones that we had, they went very fast. And beyond that, a lot of standard sideboard stuff. We did have Boros Reckoners, obviously a top seller for several weeks now. But Rock's Faithmender, Volcanic Strength, those cards were drying up as well. So that's kind of interesting to see. Obviously, we saw Rock's Faithmender in a few decks over the course of the day, especially Caleb Durward was putting them to good use. But beyond that, that's pretty much what we've got going on in Standard. So a fair bit of white stuff, and the dual lands really reversed. Moving into Legacy, the quickest ones to sell out were the fetch lands that go in Jund. Jund's pretty popular deck in the room, but also rock-style decks have also been pretty big. So Windswept Heath and Bloodstained Mire, those two lands dried up real quick. Wooded Foothills as well. The cards for Elves were very popular. We've seen a number of Elf pilots just around. One with a full foiled deck I saw, that looks pretty impressive. So Elves is definitely a big deck in the room. Engineered Plague, another sideboard top seller from the booth. I believe we're all sold out of them now. We're going to have to restock those for the next show for sure. The other final big seller for Legacy, Chrome Mox. There's a fair number of turn 1 kills decks in the room. Obviously, you saw Adam Prozac is playing Storm, a little different, but we've actually had a number of Belcher players. I've seen personally at least 6 people playing the deck, and I actually watched a Belcher mirror match just a couple rounds ago, which was pretty entertaining to watch, obviously. Char Belcher being the trump kill, as it were, but if all you got are goblins, you got to make do with goblins. Beyond that, the decks that are performing well, there's a lot of Stoneblade, especially from people who I know play Stoneblade all the time, so I imagine they just had the deck. Not going to really track that one at the sales booth. And Rug decks, very popular, and Burn. Burn's a big deck in the room. It's always pretty cheap. We sell out of the commons pretty frequently. I know Fire Blast was one of our top sellers as well, so always good to indicate a Burn presence. That's pretty much all I've got from the sales booth floor. I'm going to go ahead and toss it back to a break, and we'll wait for the next round of Legacy. You'll be back with Ben Hayes and Adrian Sullivan.
On March 2nd and 3rd, the StarCityGames.com